Today, conference bragging rights on the line in this SEC Big Ten clash. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Guys?
Holly, thank you. The Sooners headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. That is not the way you want to start with the kickoff going out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Makes the catch. It's Marshall. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They are going to try to get that established in this game.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. Third and 6 yards to go. Underwood. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
He makes the catch at the 10. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Pulls it in. It's Harris.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls it on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Finds his big tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And the Sooners are rolling down the field. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Got a man. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Wants to throw it. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Right on the money. Good pickup on that one. They will stop him short of the line to gain, and now we'll see what they do on 4th down from the 17.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the 1st down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
The Sooners will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Running inside, it's Marshall. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah,
makes a grab and room to run. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
He's got it. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Underwood. Firing to the right, complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And it's 3rd and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on 4th down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. And the Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking for space. It's Marshall. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he doesn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in, and down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Underwood on the play action. Now sliding to his left. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down. Here's a give to Robinson. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's Underwood to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marshall. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He's got an open man. And the big game, and they've got it on the 46.
And I really love the idea of this guy running crossing routes, right, guys? He's got the speed to separate from defenders, but if you could put it out in front of him on the run, he's going to catch that thing and turn it up. And you saw all the yards after catch on that one. That was a big-time play, really nice play design for a guy with tremendous speed.
And, guys, I'm kind of shocked that's the first time we've called his name. And it's one thing for it to be his first catch going into the half, but that's the first target. This offense is an offense that needs him to be explosive, to make big plays. And in order to make that happen, they've got to target him and find ways to get him the football.
Good timing on the quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Again, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
2nd and goal coming up. Quarterback keep. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 3 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's Georgia coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course, so how they handle things from here will define this program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And that's a teach tape on 3rd down right there. That's a great job by the defense. Being back, understanding it's 3rd down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down, be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man, you make sure that they feel you. That's a great job by this defense, being physical, making sure he doesn't secure that catch.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Underwood. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. On the run, it's Marshall. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Underwood. He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Sooner offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Oh, he's got some space. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Makes the grab. It's Sategna. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's first down. The run inside. It's Robinson. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Robinson one more time. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Robinson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. To the air, it's Mateer. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down.
Man, as a defense, you're going to give up plays, and receivers are going to make nice catches, but it's your job to limit the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon as he catches the football, they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
And that is no good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Gets the back moving. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
So now it's 2nd and long. On the draw, it's Marshall. Powers through the defender. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the Wolverines are facing 3rd and inches. On the move. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might as well stick with him. He didn't quite make it to the sticks, and it'll bring up a 4th down from the 42. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. They'll send the back in motion. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Returns it down to the 47-yard line, and his defense thrives on taking the football away.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Mateer. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 35, he's loose. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Line gets set, first down. Snap in the shotgun. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it go. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
Motion from the wideout. Now from inside the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
And back to the air on second down. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Running inside, it's Marshall. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will?
Snags it on the right. Bounding over the top. Touchdown, Wolverines! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Big Blue with the response.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They must get something here. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Finds his tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Makes him talk to the hand. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to Robinson. Got enough for the first. Maybe some room here. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Run in the red zone. It's Robinson. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Sooners come down and score one of their own.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory.
That's a bad sign for the offense. You're trying to throw screen passes to try to negate the pass rush from the defense. That time, the pass rush even got home on a screen pass.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throwing, Underwood. Got his man in the middle. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. Wants to bring it back. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. And they've put themselves in great shape to find a way to win this game in the waning seconds, Jesse.
And this is every quarterback's dream, right? You're down late in the game. You've got to be able to step up and lead your team. I can't wait to see how this guy responds.
No doubt. Already on their side of the field, plenty of time left on the clock. Stay aggressive. This is your moment.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. He's at the touchdown, Oklahoma. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And he's not going to take the touchback. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Here's Underwood to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The run inside. It's Marshall. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Finds his man. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Underwood. He's got the tight end. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Fires to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Bryce Underwood to the air again. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
One of the reasons this defense is so hard to move the football on, they've got a safety back there who's just reading the QB's eyes, and he's so athletic and so fast. He's able to break passes up, and right now, it's like he's just toying with the quarterback. He's inviting him to try and take some shots, knowing that he's going to get there to disrupt the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. A strike downfield. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.